Wait, now? Hi, I'm Brett. Welcome back to the Loop Live Studios, sitting down with the guys from Routie, which are you're basically responsible for the internet at this festival and everybody being able to post things to their social media and all that, right? Reintroduce yourselves to our audience and tell them why you're here.
What's up? I'm Josh Berger.
Yeah. My name's Jesse Berger.
And yeah, we're the co-founders of Rowdy. And yeah, we're providing guest Wi-Fi for all the people here at Mammoth. And we actually connected it to Starlink, and so we'll thank Elon Musk for that part of it. But yeah, we're making it so that we're able to share it with everybody and take one Starlink in, and then Rowdy creates the ability to distribute that internet with a captive portal. So you have this branded, experience. That's branded by the Mammoth Film Festival, and they can collect information and be able to prompt people to download the app and stuff like that.
Gotcha. What have been the challenges this week with the weather that we've been facing up here in Mammoth? You have, there is an actual device. It's up on the roof. And then we were just talking before we started about the snow and the dish and how all this stuff interacts with each other. But the weather couldn't have been easy for you guys.
Yeah, the weather is terrible up here this weekend.
Let's just be honest about it.
Let's just be honest.
It's getting better out there right now, though.
Just a little blizzard, no big deal.
Yeah, 100-mile-an-hour winds, 4 feet of snow in the last 24 hours. So that was definitely a challenge for the local infrastructure. What was pretty cool about this setup was that we brought a Starlink in. So the Starlink just is getting the signal from the satellite. And then we're, as Josh mentioned, distributing that signal in a mesh network on a local basis. So the infrastructure that's here at Mammoth is struggling severely with cell service and with even the local internet. And then we have great internet coming off the Starlink. As long as there's not any obstructions specifically, then it's going to get great signal.
But we were talking before we came online here on live, the technology within the hardware itself. It's heating itself so that the snow doesn't accumulate. And
yeah, the Starlink dish, which I didn't know this, but the Starlink dish actually can heat itself to melt any snow that ends up on top of that dish. So it's pretty sophisticated. It redirects itself. You can see it spinning around, following the satellites through the sky. So it's pretty rad.
That is cool.
And then the Starlink app is also really impressive in how you're actually setting it up. And the way that our technology works is it requires an internet connection. So we're not actually creating internet, but the idea is that once you have an internet source, you plug it into our technology, and then it creates a local mesh network, and it's making it so that people can get access to that network. And I think the issue that you have with a Starlink, for instance, is let's say you buy a Starlink, you install it in your home, it goes to the router, but then how do you make it so that everybody can connect to that? And the people who try to connect would only be able to do so close to that router. So our tech allows us to set antennas, hundreds of feet away from that single router and create a mesh network that makes it so hundreds of people here at the festival can get online.
That is really cool. I mean, besides film festivals, what's the other application for Rowdy?
Yeah, we work with a lot of hotels, restaurants, vacation rentals, basically anybody that's sharing the internet. I'm surprised how many hotels are still giving out a Wi-Fi password.
Per room?
We're just literally, we're at the Outbound. They're giving out a Wi-Fi password that's to everybody. Everyone's on that same Wi-Fi password.
I see.
They're collecting no guest information. If you booked off of a third-party website, the hotel doesn't even have your email or phone number unless they make that part of your registration. So this allows businesses to have a branded experience, be able to collect the information of their guests. It has seamless integrations with email platforms and stuff like that, so you can do email marketing and create a cadence and a relationship with your guests. And that's really been our focus, is helping businesses build a relationship with their guests and be able to market directly to them, on top of all the amazing features of having a VPN, having segregated networks, so your staff use is on a different network than your guest use, and a bunch of cool stuff that we've made it really easy for businesses to use this.
Is it just businesses, or can I use it? Because at my house, if I go downstairs, I have to use a different Wi-Fi than I use upstairs because it can't even go through my walls.
Yeah, it's a great point. Look, the tech
seriously.
can be used in any application, so there's actually no limitations to it. We've been targeting it towards businesses specifically because businesses are really comfortable sharing their internet. And so the idea of sharing your internet at a restaurant versus at your home, you're not really trying to share your internet with your neighbor for the most part. So
Right.
the tech works that way. For somebody who wanted to set up a mesh network in their home, you could for sure do it. The reason we've been targeting businesses because it actually is a significant pain point for businesses. For example, here at the Mammoth Film Festival, if they wanted to set up a mesh network and you were going to use some of the incumbent companies like Cisco Meraki or Ruckus, they have pretty pricey price points for the technology, and then there's a lot of complications with that setup, so you really need like an IP or an IT specialist to come in and help you do the whole thing. Our tech has been established in the way that anybody can just plug and play and just set it up, and then it's got a really easy tutorial. Upload your logo, set the colors, create the links.
Cool.
In the case of, again, Mammoth Film Festival, they wanted people to download the app or be able to access the schedule. So log into the internet, and then here's a link to go there. And that would be pretty complicated with some of the other technologies out there, and using our tech is easy as pie.
Is this your first film fest?
Yeah, it is our first film fest.
How you like it?
Yeah, well, Tomic and Tanner have been good friends for many years. I've known Tomic for over 10 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just great to be a part of it. I love this festival. It's just always the best vibes, and just they're great at just making it feel like family. And I love coming every year. So it was really great to be able to be a part of that and be able to help put together that experience and be a part of that experience for the festival.
And knowing that the internet's been a pain point up here consistently, so it was nice to have this tech that we've been working on for the last few years be a solution for them.
I think Tomic did shed a tear when we told him that we were going to bring internet up here, because it was just an emotional thing.
Have you been able to see any of the movies while we've been here?
Definitely, yeah. The movies have been great. We've seen a lot of great movies, and connect with some great filmmakers as well.
Yeah, cool. Because they might be able to take this out like on set as well, right? Like,
totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been talking about that with a couple filmmakers because, for instance, when you're filming, internet's obviously a significant issue, and everyone needs internet when you're on set. So what will happen is that at a base camp, let's say, no matter what size your budget is, you'll have some sort of base camp, and there will be like a single internet source. Mm-hmm. And then unless you're right there by that trailer, you're not going to be able to get internet.
Exactly.
So like go back to the makeup trailer or the costume trailer, then they're like, oh my gosh, we don't have internet. We have a really weak signal. So with this tech, that internet source that's, let's say, at the AD trailer, right? You can actually daisy chain and get antennas like deep into base camp. So you could have everyone, every one of those trailers having an antenna that's making it so everyone's getting a strong signal.
I need to alert my followers what's going on and what I'm doing on set all the time. No, that's awesome.
And we've been even looking even broader than that at taking this to third world countries and being able to have one internet source that is able to be dispersed amongst villages. And we've talked to people about bringing it out to Ukraine and being able to rebuild infrastructure there, in Somalia, in El Salvador. So there's a lot of cool places where, we get to do a lot of great stuff for businesses and help people with their businesses, but also even on a broader basis, being able to help, emerging markets and communities. Because the internet's so fundamental, and we just take it so for granted that we just have it, and we're like, oh my God, I can't post on Instagram. But some people literally don't even have access to the internet. Actually, not some people. 40% of the world doesn't have internet access. So our bigger mission is to connect the world and to be able to use this technology to help get the next billion people online.
Cool. Well, good for you guys. Congratulations with everything you're doing, and thanks for being at Mammoth.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Let me remind you, the Loop Live this year is powered by our friends at Seen It and at Rack the Planet. And for these guys and at Rowdy, I'm Brett, keeping you in the loop. Thanks for watching.
See you later.